Hi, I'm Joe Bruno, Commissioner of the New York City Office of Emergency Management, and I'm one voice in the emergency management community. I've had a long career. I've been in government now 40 years. I've served as a lawyer in government. I have served as a management in the legal profession as part of government. I've been both the first deputy fire commissioner and the fire commissioner of the city for about 7 years combined. I headed up an agency in crisis when New York City had the parking violation scandal. Mayor Koch asked me to go in and take over that agency, which we did. So we took something that looked like it had imploded and made it come back to life as a very important agency in government and also an important revenue stream in government. I did become both a civil court and a Supreme Court judge after I left government or at least city government in 1990. And then in 2004, the mayor asked me to come back. So how do you get there? When this business that I'm in, emergency management, is not dissimilar to the business of fire protection in New York City, the fire department. So I have that background. I have a long background in dealing with city agencies over many years. Why does a lawyer fit into this mode? Well, when I am a lawyer, it's true. I've even argued case in the United States Supreme Court, so I've had quite a good career in the law. But in the end, I'm a manager. And lawyers are, in a lot of ways, managers. And judges, in particular, where I spent 13 years on the bench, are managers and decision makers. In this business, in the business of emergency management, you try to get to the end game of what is required, what's essential right now. In the business of the law, you are trying to find out what is the essential facts that you need to know to make a decision or chart your course with regard to your legal case. For a judge, it's essentially the same thing. What are the essential facts I need to know, get them down, and to make a decision? It's really very akin to what we do here. And you put together a relatively long period of management background in government, 7 years in the fire department, where you're dealing with a premier agency in the world in emergency response. And it isn't so far-fetched. I think if you look at it just straight, what's a lawyer doing in this business? Yeah, a lawyer with my background makes some sense. Plus, I like it. I like the people I work with. I like the vim and vigor of the people we have here. We have the gamut of very young to an 84-year-old guy who's out there who came here and he volunteered to work with us for a while. So into our preparedness program that we hired him. He's a full-time employee now, and he's going very strong, running our senior citizens program on preparedness. Great guy who inspires our young people to be even better. Well, when I came here, this facility, this particular building that we're in today at 165 Cadman Plaza was not here, but the office was here. The Office of Emergency Management as an office, a mayoral office, began in 1996. After September 11th, in the end of 2001, the people of the city of New York passed a charter revision which made it no longer a mayoral agency, which could be eliminated by the mayor, to a charter agency, which now has legal status. But the office itself, when I got here in 2004, was going. It had somewhere between 65 and 80 people, somewhere in that area. It was a very robust office, one of the larger offices in the country even at that time. Today it has 200 people in it. We've gone from what happens in most of the community of emergency management, of looking at emergencies as, well, we should think through how we will deal with this. Have on paper, the steps we should take. And then when something is approaching or has occurred, pull that plan off and utilize it. The difference today in this office from where it was when I got here in 2004 is that was the nature of the planning at that time. It was, what is the issue that we might face or the problem we might face, and what are the things we should do? We still do the same in our planning, but now we add the other element. The greatest reward is working with these great people here, and also, obviously, seeing, for example, preparedness in the city step up, seeing people starting to get the message, This is not a message that makes life so difficult that you can do nothing else but be prepared. We try to make this whole message one that is simple enough that people can do in an ordinary way, but important enough that they will do.